everybody, this is Michelle, and I have a quick kind of update to my tutorial that I wanted to share with you. It's come to my attention that I did a couple things goofy in the previous tutorial. So what I wanted to do today was kind of do this addendum to the tutorial, explain to you what is, changed, what I needed to change, and kind of show you the new chart. So I went back. There is a link in the previous tutorial, and there will be a link in this one too, to the chart that I talked about. So in the tutorial, when I did discuss these notebooks, we have the 4x6 notebook that was the inspiration for creating the 5x7 and the 5x8 notebooks. In the tutorial, I did the 5x8 notebook. But I did say that I was going to give you measurements if you wanted to do these sizes as well, and I created this chart. Well, this chart has been now updated and corrected because apparently I was very special that day when I was doing my tutorial, and I made some mistakes. And so a couple people had let me know that I had some issues, and so I went back and I have fixed them. So now when you click on the link, this will be the correct copy. So if you see a copy with the highlighted area here, that is the correct copy. That is the newest and updated, and it will be updated in both of the videos for this project. So the first thing I wanted to point out is to note that during the tutorial, I did the 5x8 Notepad. So I completely put that together for you. The one thing that I did do that was pointed out to me was I kept saying, and I wrote down on the little post-it note on my piece, that the left piece is actually supposed to be 7 3/4 by 8. So I don't know why I kept saying 7 3/8, and I don't know why I wrote down 7 3/8, but it is actually 7 3/4 by 8. It has been corrected on this sheet. The next thing I wanted to explain is that when you if you want to make the 4x6 notepad, all the pieces basically are the same and they're scored the same. They're just different sizes, obviously, because they're different size projects. But on the 4x6 notepad, the one thing that is different is that it does have only one piece for the base. So it is 12x6. And when you score it at the 1.5 and 2.5, and then go back and go it between those two scores at every 1/8 of an inch, you'll have the first set of scores. And then you go to the 6 3/4, score that, score at 7 3/4, and then go back in between those two and score at 1/8 of an inch between those scores. And that'll give you the two folds that you need that wrap around your notebook. So that is all one piece of paper. So let me show you. This is the 4x6 that I did. And just to show you the outside of it, this is 12x6. And here is your first set of scores between the 1.5 and 2.5 inch. And then here are the scores between the 6 and 3/4 and the 7 3/4 line here. So I just want to make you aware that this is all one piece, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And then it will wrap around your notebook like it's supposed to. The other two, the 5x7 and the 5x8, because they are wider, because, the notepads are wider, that's why we had to piece two pieces together. And that is what I showed you in the video when I did the 5x8 notebook. Okay. And then the last thing, let's see, one more thing. The notepad flap, for whatever reason, I did show it in the video. I did talk about it in the video. Two things. I was incorrect because I had done this a while ago, and then I kind of saved the project because I did want to do it for fall. But I did incorrectly state that she did not have a flap on her notebook, and she did in the previous video. The one thing I did do was that I made the top wider so that it laid over the notebook a little bit easier, and then I did put it underneath my pattern paper on the inside. So I just wanted to, state that I was incorrect in that. But the other thing that I also did manage to mess up was I didn't add it to the chart. So it is now added to the chart, the notepad flap, in all the three sizes. So it is there. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you is that I did mess up the large accordion pocket scoring. And the only thing that I did mess up was that on the score on the long side of each of them, so it should be score on the long sides at 1/2, 3/4, 1. That's the one I forgot to put in there, and 1 1/4. So I did mess that particular score. So I'm sorry, I did add it back into all of those. So that should be corrected. So please, 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 if you have printed this out, throw that old copy away, get the new copy. If it has the highlighting on here and the notepad flap, then it is corrected, and this is the copy that you need to have. I apologize if that's caused any confusion. I do appreciate everybody who has let me know that there was an issue. Like I have said before, I really try hard to ensure that everything is correct, but I'm human and sometimes I make mistakes. And, you know, I really do try hard to make sure that my projects are all very easy to follow and correct. And I do appreciate if I do mess up that people let me know so that I can correct them. But this one, apparently I had so many things that I thought I better get on here and do this addendum video. So everything will be linked. And again, I do apologize profusely for any confusion that it might have caused anybody. But please do check out the new chart. And again, the new chart has the highlighting on it. It has the notepad flap on it. So please download that, and everything else should be good to go. I'm hoping. So if not, please let me know, because I'm not sure what happened. I must have had a day that day, and I'm really, really sorry for any of the confusion. So thanks for watching. I appreciate all your support, and I will be back soon with some more tutorials, and I will see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.